Welcome back to the channel, guys. On today's episode we're going to be opening up the CVT cover. We're going to check the condition of the variator, the belt, the clutch, and also change the oil in the gears. Let's get to it. Moving along, we've got the cover off, and as to be expected, it is absolutely filthy here and in here. It's probably never been off, to tell you the truth, but that's okay. Now, before we start stripping all this down, again, I hate working on filthy stuff, so we'll take it all outside, we'll give it a really good clean up, and then it's ready to be worked on. Alright, I think we can agree that was a success. So let's get to it. We'll start taking off the variator, the clutch, remove the belt, and change the oil, and we'll go from there. Okay, so we've got it all stripped down. It all looks pretty clean and tidy in there now. Now I guess is really just to check the condition of some of these parts and go from there. The factory specs for the belt should be 751 by 16 by 8. Take our vernier, we zero it off, and we measure it over a few spots, around 4 of them, and we've got pretty much bang on 16 in all spots. Some are like 15.9, some are like 16.1, 15.72 there, 16 bang on, 16.07. So I'm pretty happy with that, and again, if we just measure here, we're at 8.95. Alright, so I think the belt is usable, it's within spec, that's a bonus. It doesn't mean I have to order a part. I can start reassembling it, and we're pretty much good to go. Alright, so we've taken the cover off, we've cleaned it out inside, and we currently have the oil draining out of it. I've had a look at some of the parts, and absolute bonus, it's a Polini variator. Polini weights. It is a stock clutch, but that's alright. That tells us that this little thing was loved by someone before me. Maybe not the last owner, but some owner in the past. Has been opened. That's awesome. So we'll clean all this stuff up. We'll get it all put back together, change the oil. The oil in it is clean, but probably not enough. New oil will fix that up, and button it all up, put it back in the frame, and we're away. Alright, so we've got the variator back on, a brand new clutch. The belt was okay, we've changed the oil. The only thing to do now is put it back together, put the cover back on. Now I did mark the inside of the variator and the inside of the clutch just so we can check the belt movement. Ideally you do want the belts, as you all know, to start at the top, work all their way to the top on both sides. Otherwise you're not getting full transmission and you're probably never going to make full speed or full acceleration. So we'll chuck it back on. Once we get the bike running again, we'll be able to see where the belts are, and we may have to shim the variator to suit. Alright guys, that's pretty much it. End of the episode. Variator covers back on. This episode we changed the variator, changed the weights, changed the clutch, changed the clutch spring, changed and refilled the oil. Previous episode we did a pressure and vacuum test on the motor. If you want to see that, you can see it right here. What's next? Well, I guess you're just going to have to wait and see. Maybe it's tyres, maybe it's put the motor back in the frame. Look, it all depends on what arrives. So there's a few parts on order. Whichever parts come here first, that's what's going to happen. Alright guys, like, subscribe, leave a comment if you've learnt something, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers!